Jazz age living, whole fashion sipping, pizzazz ain't missing, got the fat cats kissing lips.
All right, people, I am welcoming you back. Episode 2 of Sunday Punch Sports Podcast. I had the whole setup here for video, but I don't even feel like getting blasted by these lights that I just ordered to do what is such a shitty game. The Bears suck. The Bears suck, okay? They're straight up garbage. Garbage. And I actually am I'm doing this. The game's not even over. Well, it's over, but not over. Oh, they just threw a touchdown to A-Rob. Oh, sweet. I saw someone on Twitter saying that the Packers should have just let Mitch win in some long game so that we'd have to pay him like $80 million and then we'd have Mitch forever. Man, he is not good, is he? I mean, I guess I just forgot how bad he was. Wait, hold up. I need to close my video camera. I was actually setting up. I was setting up to videotape, and I said, you know what? They're not even worth it right now. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Where was I? Oh yeah, Mitch. He's not very good. I'm not just coming to this realization. I just forgot. You know, he. It's like the girlfriend that like you hate, and then like you're gone from her for a few weeks, and you're like, no, I didn't hate her. Did I? Did I actually hate her? No. And it's late at night, you invite her over, and you're like, oh, yeah, I did. I hated her. That's the feeling I have for Mitch right now. He doesn't know, and you know what? It's not his fault. He can't do it. You know, there's certain people that you can't do it. And so he can't read a defense. It's so clear as day that he chooses who he's going to throw to before the play starts, and all you have to do is watch that third quarter Anthony Miller throw. He's triple covered. Not double covered. Not double. Because sometimes with a double, you don't see it's a double until it's too late. It's out of your hands. So he was doubled and then became tripled covered, and Mitch threw it anyway. And threw a really bad ball, too. It was underthrown. Anthony Miller didn't even have a chance. I don't know, man. I was just on a podcast with my boy Sean on Thanksgiving, and I was saying, hey, let's fight, let's fight for the end of the season. You never know. That's what I said. You never know. You could probably get into the playoffs, expanded playoff format. I'm off that. Let's fuck it. Just blow it up as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the defense didn't even look good. Granted, a lot of defenses don't look good against the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, but the bend but don't break defense only works if you bend and then you don't break. It doesn't work if you bend and then you allow a million touchdowns. What was the plan for Davante Adams tonight? I mean, what was the plan? Was there a plan? The man was wide open. And then you have him doing a cross route, and you have Danny Trevathan picking up Davante Adams. That was in the scheme? It couldn't have been. You couldn't have drawn up the scheme to have Danny Trevathan on Davante Adams. You couldn't have drawn that up. You couldn't have been in a meeting and thought, you know what we're going to do? You know what'll really psych him out? If we put Danny Trevathan, let's look at his 40 time. Yeah, let's put Danny Trevathan on Davante Adams and let's just see what happens. Let's just roll the dice. Oh, man. I came into this with such optimism, too. And the offense actually didn't look too bad in the first half. Like the play calls that were being drawn up kind of made sense for Mitch, they got a nice break. David Montgomery running straight forward like he always does, and it just so happened a hole was there to get that 60 yards because that really set up the play action for the rest of the game. Not the rest of the game. The rest of the game, you're right. It's 41-17 right now as I'm watching. I meant for the rest of the first half. Because Mitch was going then through the play action, and then he had one read, and it was, good for a little bit. Bill Lazor had a nice plan for the first quarter and a half. And then, of course, Mitch, I go back to that double team. He throws a bomb to Mooney, who's double covered in the end zone. The man, he can't read the field. Oh, my God, he can't read. He might not be able to read. And now Aaron, oh, my God, they're really just pouring it on. They're not even benching people. I get it. It's Green Bay, Chicago. We hate each other. But they're not even benching anyone. It's 41-17. They got all the starters in still. They really want to rub this one in. So what is the plan? Is it Nick Foles? Is it Mitch? I guess we should just put Mitch in there just as like a, you know what? We made a mistake drafting you, but we're going to give you some tape for the end of the season so that when you get the fuck out of here, you can at least have some highlights. That's what I would tell him. So I'd bring him into the meeting. I'd say, hey, Mitchell, as Matt Nagy would call him. Hey, Mitchell. Should have never drafted a guy named Mitchell. Stupid ass name. I don't care how much you watch. I don't care if you went to dinner with the guy, you saw him throwing balls 40,000 times, he's hitting everyone. If you draft a guy named Mitchell, then this is what you deserve. Some fucking idiot throwing the ball to a triple coverage. Oh my God. I don't know what else to say. I was so ready. I had all the lights set up. I was like, they're going to do it. I don't know what got into me. And then the added cherry on top is that I'm sitting here and I have to watch Patrick Mahomes go fucking flamethrower mode on the Tampa Bay Bucks. He threw for like 200 yards to Tyreek Hill in the first quarter. Could have had him. And then we have to watch Mitchell after that. God. So then you have to watch Patrick Mahomes go flamethrower mode. Then you get to watch Mitchell throw interceptions, fumble the fucking ball. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And then, you know what it was? You know what got me like a little bit hopeful is I should have known. I should have looked at the people in the background. Mitchell was giving one of his, he was giving a pregame like pep talk as if he's Ray Lewis all of a sudden. And he's getting, he's like, fight for your brother next to you. He's going full Tim Tebow in the huddle. I should have looked. Behind him is Nichols looking at him like, bruh. His face. You should have seen his face. This is why I should have done the video. I could have done the face. Nichols is standing behind him, and he's just like, bruh, stop. You know when you just like you've lost the team, and then you're still trying to give pep talks like Jameis Winston with that, I'm eating W's. Like, you could just see everybody in the background like, what? Except for Mitchell was actually making coherent sense. And everyone in the background was just like, bruh, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Stop it. It's like it was like required that they be there. They're like, oh, God, this is mandatory, isn't it? We have to watch this idiot fake his way through a pep talk. Mitchell. I have to watch a guy named Mitchell try and fire me up. I mean, it's not all of his fault. I mean, he needs a defense, and the defense was non-existent tonight. What was the plan? There was no plan for Devontae Adams. There was no plan whatsoever. Everybody was running loose. I mean, you got Tanyan, some guy named Tanyan. I shouldn't say some guy. He's fucking killing it in fantasy, and I already knew that. But he's running down the field wide open too. There's no plan on defense. I mean, it was like abundantly clear immediately that we were in trouble up the middle. Akeem Hicks being out. Nichols, the guy that was saying bruh, that was not getting fired up, was still not fired up on the defensive line. Because every single run that went right up the middle went for like, I'm being conservative. It had to be 8 yards a carry. I mean, they broke one long one, but I would say just on average 8 yards a carry, right up the middle. Akeem Hicks on the sideline. It's over. The season's over. Obviously, I was holding on hope. I should have listened to the other podcast that I was listening to, Chicago Audible, trying to call it. I should have listened. I should have said, yep, let's torpedo. Let's go full torpedo mode. But I didn't. I thought, any given Sunday, you know the cliche, any given Sunday, that's what I thought. And then I was watching football, as I always do, all day. And, Jimmy Graham. Revenge game. Jimmy Graham just got a 10-yard catch. Revenge game. Uh-oh. The comeback, it's on. What the fuck was I talking about? I don't even remember. This is disgusting. I need to go to bed. I got work tomorrow. Whatever. Trying to fire everyone up. Fired me up. So I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna go to bed, but I'm just gonna be thinking about And I might be the curse of Chicago sports. I came to Chicago close to 4 years ago now, and when I first got here, everything was awesome. The Cubs had just won the World Series. The Bears were going to the playoffs. I was like, God, this is such a great decision to move here. I love these teams and all of the pride and blah, blah, blah. And then they got me sucked into it. And now I'm watching Mitchell throw interceptions. So I might be the curse. I came here after I had visited for Chicago Cubs playoff game. Wonderful night. One of those nights where everything just works out. Everything you wanted to work out works out. And I said, yeah, I'm moving here. This is magical. And now I'm here and it's miserable. Chicago's awesome. Well, not pandemic Chicago. Chicago's awesome. But the sports have just really The Blackhawks were good when I moved here. Now they suck. Everything sucks. The Bulls suck. The Bears suck. The Cubs suck. Oh, that's going to get some backlash at them. I mean, if you don't win the whole thing, you suck, in my book. So, damn. I got here and everything was good. I stayed and everything turned to shit. I don't even know, man. Maybe if the defense just didn't immediately give up. I mean, the Packers came out and just fucking march down the field and just put it right into the end zone. That might have been demoralizing. Oh, man. Maybe we should have just... we won the toss. Maybe we should have said, Mitch, get out there. We got to get a lead. We got to get the team fired up. We got to get that electricity, baby. But no. Matt Nagy Wanted to defer to the second half. He wanted to deflate us immediately. Great choice, Matt Nagy. God. I don't even know the coaching carousel. Who could we get? Is there anyone good out there? Or is it just the usual suspects? At this point, although I'm still halfway like, let's not give up. It's not over yet. God, I'm such an idiot. You know, I'm not optimistic about anything else in life, too. I'm only optimistic about football. Oh, we could do it. We could do it. Everything else in life, I'm like, call it. But in football, it's just something magical could happen. I keep thinking. But it's over. It really is over. I mean, we lost to the Vikings, lost to the Packers, going to lose to the Packers again. If this is a case study. This is a sample size. Oh, Mitch dropped the... I'm live. I'm gonna live podcast this. Mitch dropped the snap. Whoopsie doo. Got the old butter on the fingers there, Mitchell. Oh man. So then okay. I know what the point was I was gonna make earlier. Okay. So you're watching Patrick Mahomes go flamethrower mode. Now during this game, they've got that stupid ass commercial on with Deshaun Watson, where he's like, this play had 14% chance of actually working, but since I'm so awesome, I made it work. And let me tell you how. Microsoft. Buy Microsoft. The point was, we could have had Patrick Mahomes. I have to watch him go flamethrower mode. We could have had Deshaun Watson, who had a 14% chance to complete some impossible play and did so with the help of Microsoft. And instead, we chose Mitchell. Why? He can't throw a ball correctly. He was 500 at North Carolina. Did you even bring him in for an interview? He's adult. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Why am I so angry? Why do I harbor this anger? Jesus Christ. And then... Oh my God. Let's break down this game, okay? First quarter, they march down the field. What the fuck? Whatever. Then Montgomery takes it for 70 yards. I knew as soon as he did, by the way, as soon as he didn't get that touchdown, I said, oh God. Oh no. Not a Bears goal line offensive package. Even though Matt Nagy gave up the duties, I think Bill Lazor has the same book. But he throws it to Cole Kmet, who fucking drops it. Looks like he fumbles it, but doesn't. Drops it. Then throws up a 50-50 ball to A-Rob, who usually comes down with it and doesn't. And I was like, oh God, there's just momentum moments in football games. You take off with it for 70 yards. You got to put it in. You got to. Especially versus Green Bay. People are going to say, oh, what? It's 41-17. Yeah, but there's certain moments in games that fire up a whole squad. It could have changed the game. But of course, the Bears didn't get it. And then the defense allows another touchdown. Oh, man. Yeah, the Bears are in major, major trouble. Because you know what we're going into here, and it's really depressing? Another rebuild. Oh, wow. Matt Nagy's gone. Ryan Pace is gone. Mitchell is gone. God, can't wait for that. And then you got these pieces here. Who knows what's going to happen with A-Rob's gone. Stop it. A-Rob's gone. And then you just got these like misfit toys that Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace have assembled. And we're going to have to go in rebuild mode. God, I hope they get Kyle Trask. I know I'm going to regret those words later. He's going to throw like 19 interceptions immediately, too. Mitchell, by the way, as soon as I said interception, I'm not lying, he almost threw another interception. Dude, the guy in Denver, the random wide receiver off the practice squad, looked better than Mitchell today. Some dude on a practice squad who got called up in Denver because their entire team got COVID looks better than Mitchell Trubisky, the fucking number 1 draft pick for the Bears. Wow. I'd rather have the Arena League dude from Carolina, PJ Walker, I think his name is. Oh, Mitchell. Okay, as soon as I said that, Mitchell throws a touchdown to David Montgomery. Oh, and Matt Nagy said, we're going for 2. Oh, okay. The comeback's on. The comeback is on. Matt Nagy is going for 2. It's all going to change now. And he put up 2 like he was at a rock concert. You know that thing you do with your hands? God, I should be on videotape. Why didn't I just video it? He put up the 2 like he was like fucking Mr. Cool Guy at a rock concert. Where's your visor, sir? It's 40 degrees outside. Where's your visor? And they just got a 2-point conversion. I guess I should start like actually rooting for this. They only need 3 onside kicks. And God damn it, he threw it to Mooney. He's on my bench, my fantasy bench. Of course. Whatever. Guys, we only need 4 onside kicks and Mitchell Trubisky to turn into Aaron Rodgers. And we got a chance. Anywho, man, I got work in the morning. I gotta sit through this bullshit. There's no plan. There was no plan whatsoever. I'm convinced the Bears went into this game offensively. They got through the first quarter. They had 1 page written out for the first quarter for offense, and then the rest of the team just had an empty notebook, and they just strolled into Lambeau. Should have been a much easier game. No fans. Can hear all the calls, Mitchell. You can hear a fucking pin drop in the stadium. Should have been way easier than this, Mitchell. And then you gotta score a touchdown instead of turning it over, right? So at this point in the game, they're down by 17. If you have to score a touchdown, they throw the ball, they get a first down. Turns out Leno was holding, of course, 10 yards back, and then immediately Trubisky fumbles. It's little things. It's the little things in the game. So you don't get the touchdown after the David Montgomery 70-yard run. There's a momentum bomb. You don't get it. Then you're trying to just give yourself a gasp at the end, before the half. If you can cut it to 10, you got a game. You get the ball in the second half. You get momentum. But of course, hold, Trubisky fumbles. It gets picked up for a touchdown. Fucking game over. Game over at that point in time. I should have started the podcast then. But they scored a touchdown then after that, before half. So then they made me watch more. They made, onside kick, people. And clearly recovered. And why the fuck are we just giving Aaron Rodgers 7 seconds in the pocket constantly? So we're not covering anyone and we're not blitzing? Where's the logic? Here's our master plan. We're not going to blitz. We're also going to put Danny Trevathan on Devontae Adams and not cover anyone else. We just think Aaron Rodgers will have an off game. The only thing making me happy are these idiots that actually went there and are in the freezing cold holding up fucking posters that say "Go Pack Go." Yeah. Yeah, your life's awesome. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm going to a completely empty Lambo where I can't sit near anyone and it's freezing and I'm going to hold a sign. Yeah, that's what I want to do the night before work. Says the guy who's talking to himself on a podcast. Jesus Christ. All right. I think that's all I got. That's my reaction to this game. Still waiting. We're going to have 2 episodes coming out. One from Thanksgiving with me and Sean. That's way more entertaining. And then this is my second episode. So I'm going to be doing I'm going to aim for 2 episodes a week. One with a guest, one of my reactions to these games. And, you know, if this pandemic goes any longer, I'm going to go completely insane. So I might actually start doing more of these. Fuck it, I'll do Gator games. I'll do random sport events. Hell, I should have done the Logan Paul, Nate Robinson fight last night. That was more entertaining than this bullshit. Jesus. Oh, and then I'll leave with this. I always want to give a shot at another stupid Instagram or podcast on every one of these shows. I was watching Barstool Sports, that KFC clown, talk about Jake Paul, Nate Robinson, and how Nate Robinson can't show his face again. That was so embarrassing. Oh, okay, KFC. Didn't you cheat on your pregnant wife, you piece of shit? You shut the fuck up. God, that's a nice positive note to go out on, don't you think? I'm sorry, I'm just pissed off about the Bears. I didn't mean that, KFC. You're a cool guy, KFC. Oh man, now they're replaying, by the way. Just in case it wasn't brutal enough. Now they're going to show us every sack of Mitchell Trubisky. Thanks, NBC. And if you didn't know, Mitchell Trubisky sucks. Let's show you some replays. The fuck is the point of the masks on the sideline? Like, they're in the game playing, and then they have to go to the sideline and then put on a blue mask? I don't get it. Whatever. I am so over this pandemic. God, can we go? Like, fantasy football is completely weird. You gotta plan around COVID now. I just want to get back to the normal ACL tears and head trauma. Is that so much to ask for? Just some good old-fashioned head trauma. Oh, God, I gotta turn this off. Aaron Rodgers is start doing his stupid-ass smirk and pointing thing again. We get it. You're good. And he's smart. Oh, he's just yucking it up with the ref. Oh, the ref and him are just good friends. It's probably why they got that passing or the roughing the passer call on that interception. Called that back. Him and the refs are just good old buddies. That should be banned. The ref and the quarterback shouldn't be laughing and joking with each other. Am I going crazy here? Is this like the new 2020 thing? Everyone's best friends? Are the football players all going to hang out afterwards like we're in the NBA? Hey, we're all friends off the court. I like my football teams to hate each other, and the refs should not be fraternizing with the quarterbacks. Oh, man. I'm too pissed. Whatever. I need to go to bed. I'm going to bed. So, I'll leave you with some breaking news, by the way. I just saw this on Twitter. Joe Biden broke his foot playing with his dog. So, if you had Joe Biden on your fantasy teams, I would go ahead and put him in the IR spot. Anyways. What a weird year. What a weird year. All right, well, until next time, until the next great Bears performance, I'm logging off. Thanks for listening. Sunday Punch.
I said,